And something terrible is happening in Malava constituency. And as we are speaking, there are goons who have been hired by the state to disrupt the by-elections that are currently ongoing in Malava constituency.
Driver wa SETH PANYAKO amedungwa visu. Amedungwa kisu ya macho. Sahi hana macho. Venye tunaongea sahi, security wa SETH PANYAKO amedungwa tumbo. Matumbo yote iko nje.
This is Alois TV. In the event you're watching me for the first time, then please take your second or two to subscribe to this channel. You know very well that today being the 27th of November, this is the official date that was scheduled for the by-elections in this country. It is a very hot contest between UDA political party and the united opposition.
Watu wasifikiri kwamba sisi si wanasiasa. Sisi ni wanasiasa.
And William Samoei Ruto has sensed an early defeat. And that is the reason as to why the government's camp is in a very deep political panic.
We haven't withdrawn any security for any voter in Malava constituency.
There are goons who have been hired to disrupt the elections that are ongoing in Malava constituency. It is a hot contest between these two candidates. We have SETH PANYAKO, who is being backed up by the united opposition. We also have David Ndakwa, who is being backed up by the UDA government. And we've seen a lot of terrible scenes in Malava constituency. And this is also going to shape the political environment come 2027. This is the reason as to why William Samoei Ruto has been very keen with these Malava by-elections. You've seen how Farouk Kibet has been spending sleepless nights in Malava constituency, trying to lure those people to vote for David Ndakwa. You know, they are using this narrative that if people of Malava constituency don't vote for David Ndakwa, then they are not going to get money for development, since they are the custodians of the money, the stolen money. Yet the people of Malava constituency have a strong feeling with SETH PANYAKO. Remember, SETH PANYAKO is vying with the DAP Kenya. That is the party of Eugene Wamalwa.
These ballots, 10,000 have been imported into Malava constituency.
This candidate, who is being backed up by the government, is vying with UDA political party. This has put the lawyer people in a very big dilemma.
The people of Malava are going to elect SETH PANYAKO as their next MP.
Because, look, DAPK belongs to Eugene Wamalwa. Eugene Wamalwa is a lawyer. Now the party itself conforms with the lawyers. And this other candidate is being backed up by the UDA party. This party belongs to William Samoei Ruto. And William Samoei Ruto is a Kalenjin. Now this is the reason as to why lawyers are now getting it difficult to choose who should fit in the shoes of Malulu Injendi, who passed away. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think that the people of Malava constituency should choose SETH PANYAKO, or they should choose this guy called David Ndakwa? Just drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll do my best to read them and to respond to them. There is something that Cleophas Malala and the united opposition have really been trying to press on. That William Samoei Ruto is planning to rig that election.
We know very well that there's a lot of intimidation from the government trying to scare people.
And as we are speaking currently, there are allegations that there are some ballot papers that are already marked. And that, ladies and gentlemen, makes the people of Malava constituency and Kenyans not to trust the IEBC, the body that is entrusted to conduct elections in this country. Because they're alleging that there are some ballot papers that have been taken to Malava constituency, already marked the image of David Ndakwa. Do you think that these allegations are true? Or they're just trying to pull these allegations to get some sympathy votes? Do you think that this guy called Seth Panyako is going to clinch that seat? David Ndakwa has the support of the government, and the government owns the state machinery. We also have the united opposition led by Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa. We also have George Natembeya. And I can't afford to fail to mention George Natembeya factor in this particular by-election. George Natembeya is a very, very strong factor in that by-election, because currently George Natembeya is now the Luhya kingpin. Remember the likes of Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, who used to be regarded as Luhya kingpins, are now being seen as the puppets to William Samoei Ruto. Now George Natembeya is now getting a lot of influence in the Luhya nation through his popular narrative known as the Tawe movement. George Natembeya has really refused to work with William Samoei Ruto, and he has tried to set the political environment in the Luhya and Western region hostile to William Samoei Ruto. Luhyas have started heeding to George Natembeya. They have started listening to George Natembeya, and they have disregarded Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi. These two guys, ladies and gentlemen, have been in politics for decades, but the Luhya people are not feeling their impacts. They're feeling that these people are just mere puppets of the president. And that is the reason as to why I can vouch without fear of contradiction that George Natembeya is now the official Luhya kingpin. William Samoei Ruto has decided to withdraw the security details of George Natembeya. That is just meant to intimidate him. Ladies and gentlemen, William Samoei Ruto has been using different schemes to silence George Natembeya. Previously, he sent the EACC to raid George Natembeya. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he has decided to withdraw the security details of George Natembeya. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Just drop me your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that these MALAVA by-elections are going to be won by the united opposition, or William Samoei Ruto is going to win? Now that is all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet in the next one. Bye-bye.